Hey guys, what's up? Brendan here, and I saw Mission Impossible Final Reckoning on the weekend, and I'm gonna give my quick little review on it. And I thought this was a good movie. So I rewatched Dead Reckoning Part 1 before seeing this one, and it didn't hold up as well as I thought it would, honestly. My rating went down one notch on it. It's still a good movie, but I just thought it wasn't as good as the first time I saw it. So I felt Final Reckoning, I preferred this one over Dead Reckoning Part 1, because there's stuff in this one I just liked a little bit more. Like some of the action is pretty good, pretty fun. The stakes of this film felt like higher, more grand, felt better for like what is supposed to be the final Mission Impossible movie. I prefer Haley Atwell's character Grace in this film over part one, because in part one she felt like just a very obvious like replacement for Ilsa, Rebecca Ferguson's character. It just felt like that. Here she feels a lot better. There's lots about this one I prefer over Dead Reckoning Part 1, but I still don't think this is a great final film to the series. There's still some problems to it. Like there's some scenes in this film don't work. Like there's a underwater sequence that goes on for way too long. Like when it starts, it's kind of cool. There's some cool stuff to it, but after a while, it's like, okay, when's this gonna end? This is going on for way too long. The film also has an overabundance on flashbacks. Also, like a lot of flashbacks. Like the film opens with like this kind of like montage when like Ethan's getting his mission. Like Ethan, remember like these people you saved and these friends and the villains, like flashback to all the previous films, and it's like, okay, this is a bit much. This is kind of taking a little bit too much here. And even the film flashes back to scenes earlier in the movie, like you forgot these happened. Like 2 hours in the movie, they're talking about this thing that Luther made, and flashback to the scenes, quick little blurps from the scene earlier in the movie when Luther like was first showing off. Like we watched the movie, guys. Like we were literally watching the movie right now. It's like. And also, there's like stuff in this film they retcon and reestablish from like the earlier Mission Impossible films, saying like this is what they actually were. Some of this stuff, like the most egregious one, is one they make back to Mission Impossible 3, which was not necessary at all. Gabriel, he's fine. I wasn't that big a fan of him in part one. Like he's a fine villain. I just don't think he's like the best like final villain for Ethan Hunt to fight. He's not as great as the best villain Philip Seymour Hoffman or like other memorable villains like Henry Cavill or Sean Harris. He's like, again, he's fine. But although I will say, the way he is defeated might be one of the funniest ways I've ever seen a villain get defeated in a movie. Like it was so funny. I was laughing my ass off. And some characters in the film don't work. They're kind of like not handled great. Some other stuff is kind of weird. It's just, I don't know. Like I feel like this like Reckoning duology is not like the big grandiose like final Mission Impossible films I thought they could be. Like I feel like they could have been a better like 3 hour movie, like just one film instead of this 2-part film. It didn't quite work, but still, I give Final Reckoning a 7 out of 10. Tell me, what did you all think of it?